session for personnel and hiring. There was one amendment to the agenda. It's R under personnel. Can I read it? Motion? Yeah, go ahead.
We'll now read a motion to terminate the employment of Jason Wilson, custodian, effective November 21, 2000.
And at this time, then, I will take public remarks. Jody? And just a reminder, these are public comments, not a question and answer session. Thank you.
Am I on? Okay. I just came today to give a brief overview of what we've done so far at the elementary as far as our literacy initiative. Last year in 2023 to 2024, we began using Acadian's reading as a universal screener. And last year we did that K to 2. So this year we've expanded that K to 5. And we've used that data so far to make our groupings for our intervention. Part of that is our oral reading fluency, accuracy, and then percentile rank. So this data allows us to group students by their needs, such as fluency, decoding, or comprehension. This approach aligns with research by Dr. Matthew Burns, who emphasizes that intervention should be targeted and specific, as generic practice without focus on skill deficits is ineffective. Ideally, a K-5 school model would have 80% of kids at benchmark, 15% below benchmark, and 5% well below. Currently, our numbers are not matching that, which brought about the literacy initiative. Kindergarten is currently running from our beginning of the year, 29% at benchmark, 40% at benchmark for first grade, 38% at benchmark for second grade, third grade at about 50%, fourth grade at 30%, and fifth grade at 29%. So to address these needs, we've implemented structured programs tailored to early and advanced literacy instruction. For students grades 4 and up, we are using Wilson Just Words, a structured and systematic phonics program to address foundational decoding and word-level reading skills. For our K to 3, we've implemented Wilson Foundations, which is a supplemental reading program that targets primarily phonics. Our literacy consultant from the IU recommended this for us, and it's been working very well. One of the standout features of the Wilson programs is the incorporation of multimodal learning, which just kind of means that sounds and letters are introduced with tapping, with motion, to embed that for the decoding and encoding. So one of the best things about the Wilson program is that it can serve as a tier 1 for everybody, which is how we're using it right now. And then it also serves as tier 2 intervention for our MTSS model. So I provided through Dr. Martin some of our data that we have so far. I just redacted the kids' names. Progress monitoring is already going on K to 3, and that's a next step for our older students. The rollout's taking a bit of time because teachers need a lot of training to administer these assessments, and we anticipate expanding that step of progress monitoring very soon. And I just want to take a moment to stress that while the programs that you guys approved last year are instrumental, and I thank you for that, all the credit doesn't go there. Our success stems from a combination of factors, including the push for literacy from our admin team, the hard work of our teachers to train, learn, plan, and assess data in new ways, which was just totally different for them this year, and the entire staff's commitment to a multi-tiered system of support, which is MTSS. This model ensures that we provide tiered, systematic support based on individual student needs, from classroom instruction to targeted interventions. Additionally, we've prioritized data meetings this year where teachers collaborate to review literacy data and make an informed decision about tier 1 instruction and small group interventions. So taking these steps, we aim to address the disparities that we saw in our beginning of the year benchmark data. If any of you would ever like more research onto the efficacy of any of the programs that we're using, I'd be happy to help with that if you want to reach out. Raising our literacy achievements, it's not going to happen in a month, it's not going to happen in one 9 weeks. but we're well on our way to doing this at the elementary. And I just want to thank you for your support of those programs last year, and thank all the teachers who are here in Allen for everything that they've done.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Martin, I do have questions. I am reviewing this program. We're giving it a chance. I think we have to give it a chance. And I see that the benchmark on this program, 80% is what they want or above. Just for kindergarten example, like she said, it's 29.2. But what got me the most, and this is where we need the improvement, I'll just take second grade. It's 38.5%. It should be, they want 80% benchmark. So the 15% below benchmark, we're at 11.5. But what is shocking, they want us to be at least 5% well below benchmark. We're 50% below benchmark. That is not good. And hopefully this program, if we do it the way it will work out. And that goes all the way through. Every grade level has a different number, but the well below benchmark is where it concentrates. So can you explain quickly what is decoding?
Decode. So when we look at our orthography system, which is our English language spelling, when we decode for a long time, even when I went back for my reading specialist certification, we were under a balanced literacy model, which basically assumed if you give kids books and expose them to literature, they'll learn to read with minimal phonics. What research has shown over the last, really it's probably been about 40 years of research, but we haven't had much access to it until the last 10 years, is that children need systematic phonics instruction. It can't just be however we want to teach it. It needs to be done systematically. It needs to be done in a certain order, because really reading our English language is like breaking a code.
So phonics plays a big part in this, not like it did years ago. So you're putting a lot of emphasis
It's like
on it.
we've had a whole turnaround, but yeah, now we have research science to back up why kids need phonics to read. Yeah.
Well, I hope the program works. If you guys all think it's going to work, I mean, I know it's in the trial period, but
Well, this year's, I will say the Wilson programs are, from everything that I've read, and I'm on a lot of professional groups, it takes a while to get used to it, and I think that was the biggest change for us. But the outcomes, in my heart of hearts, like when I go in classrooms, I just see the kids tapping the sounds, reading the sounds, just me pulling kids a lot. I do see it.
I think all of you guys have been doing a great job. And the only reason I had some questions is because nothing with this administration. The previous administration bought a lot of programs. They bought programs to watch programs,
Yeah.
which to me is a waste of taxpayers' money. This is probably one of the good things. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, from my research, I don't do things just
yeah,
jump.
I can appreciate you, your staff, your fellow teachers
Yeah.
trying to initiate this program. It's going to take time,
It's gonna take
but you know, but you answered some of my questions, and I thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And Mr. Bashir, you're saying it's going to take time, it will, because a lot of people don't understand that we are at 33% IEP students in our district. So our teachers are a little more stressed because they're working with a lot of different types of students than, say, Bethel Park, Fraser, and some of the other districts have. So, yeah, got to hand it to our teachers. They're trying. You know, hopefully programs like this is going to help bring everything up, because, you know, it seems like you guys got to put 125% in, where other districts maybe 100.
Well, I think, Mr. Dorsey, the last 7 years we have put them behind. It's not the teacher's fault. It's basically some of our fault, because I trusted a lot of people. I trusted administrators to do things that never got done. And I'm just a layman person, but this program, I just questioned it, and Ms. Dixon, that was very good. Little, I'm sorry. Sorry. You answered the questions. Very good. And I wish you guys all well. I know it's not easy. I mean, we all know how many special needs children we also, not to dwell on that, but
Well, honestly, the answer, I don't know how much, but I'm loud, but the structured literacy approach honestly is the best. If we're looking at kids who do have special needs, like they need this even more than just your typical child, because they need more repetition, they need it delivered in a more systematic way.
and I can can see in the last 6 months the difference in the teachers and the aides. I mean, I'm up here every day because that's what I do for a living, sad to say, but there's 17 vans that come in there, and the aides that come out there are just, and the teachers, it's like they're their own kids. And I see it. I don't say nothing, I just drive, but the way they greet the kids, some of you parents are going to be very happy that you have teachers like this that are hugging them, and 3 o'clock, same thing when they come out. That's what I want to see. I mean, I don't have a degree in all this stuff, but I just go by what I see. So anyway, thank you guys.
Yep.
I just have to speak on the foundation. As a teacher, utilizing it in my classroom, I'm already seeing a difference. And I know it's gonna take time, but I think that what you all did in purchasing this program is really gonna help our students. So
Very good.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add, not to belabor it, but it's really a group effort. So, and Chantel and I talked a lot about this. We need buy-in, and we have board buy-in, and now we need all district-wide buy-in. And I think we're getting there. We may not have it totally, but we have to, as Mr. Bashir said, we have to do something. These scores are just shocking, truly. And my hope is that we now bring on a program for math as well. So these are things that we're looking at because we can, and I believe we will do better. So thank you.
Ms. Delgado, who's next?
Charlotte Gable. I want to speak real quick. This is great. I want to touch on the NTS. That wasn't originally why I came, but my daughter actually benefits from this program. I don't get to speak on the highlights, unfortunately, and I love to because I have a great complaint from my daughter, by the way, that high school is boring without the fights. I thought that was the most hilarious complaint from high school. I was like, that's because you're late. So just so y'all know, we are doing something correctly as we were going about this in the NTS program. As a parent whose daughter, she had to be evaluated, my youngest had to be evaluated last year because she was struggling to read. Now, since they started implementing this program, she has met with Mrs. Little. I can say as a parent, they do the tapping. I catch her doing the systematic in reading the words at home. Her reading has improved tremendously. Last year, I could even get her to sound out the simple word would, could, and these are like repetitive words, like you should be able to get your child. So, as a parent, on the flip side, I'm not teaching this. I'm just seeing the repercussions of this. I think it's something that we should implement in all buildings, honestly, because my middle daughter, half those kids are reading probably the same age or age as our elementary, honestly, and I think they would benefit even more so at a higher level of education, honestly, just so we can hurry and grip them back before they can get to high school, so we can get these kids into more advanced classes. But that's my take on the education. I'm not an educator. I'm actually quite grateful. Mrs. Little and I work very well together because she can tell you my daughter is a trip. I love her, but she is not like today. My youngest. But that's my question, or that's my comment about the MTS. I think it's a program that we would definitely want to implement because I can see the growth. My daughter went from, even at the beginning of this year, she couldn't read an HTV report. To now we're reading a chapter a night. So I'm saying as a parent, it doesn't work. Because she doesn't work with me as well, because some kids just don't work with their parents like that.
In defense of the teachers have it for 7 hours, you parents have it for the rest of it. You have to contribute your have to.
Exactly.
And if you're doing that, you know.
Well, with this program coming up, but it also helps parents because what it does is it allows for us to use the phonics again. Because the way that they were teaching before, I was taught them hooked on phonics. I mean, I was at school, that's kind of what taught me. I'm 35 years old, hooked on phonics, we learn how to say it. So, like, my daughter has improved, and it shows me as a parent, like, what I can help work on. Because now I see where the delays are. We can effectively go into these meetings and talk because now I know what to pinpoint. But that wouldn't have been in place if we didn't purchase these programs. So that's just my take on that. So, I'm going back to the issue that we went to on the other night. I printed out some papers for you all. It's about the Act 26. It's the Title IX coordinator, and it's about the reporting and annual reporting policies. So, in accordance to that, I do my job, because technically, as a coach, I'm a mandated reporter on one thing, but on the other thing, I'm not. Now, here's where my concern comes in. We have a strategic plan in which we're focusing on education, but we're not focusing on the positive support initiatives with parents and staff. If a parent brings an actual complaint, and if you read over these paperwork, I do my job and do it the way I did, didn't know how to go about child line, it took me forever to go through all of this did all this stuff. With the sexual harassment claims that were made, I know the investigation wasn't proper. Here's how I know. When I went to Children and Youth to help clarify my other situation from after the reporting incident here, when I was at the school, and you all have my case file, you all have my paperwork. We still haven't investigated the teacher who said this comment, because now you're investigating me, but we're not investigating the teacher. That's neglect. Because she reported sexual harassment, my daughter reported sexual harassment, so did another student. Nobody has talked to either one of these students. These are just comments, and you can't say anything because this is plain facts. My daughter still has yet been talked to. She has not been offered counseling services or anything. That does not follow underneath the coordinates of the Title IX coordinator. That does not follow that procedure. Now, I understand that this child, the gentleman that was a perpetrator in this situation, he was dealt with. But now I have to open up a new can of worms because I had to report this child yet myself, even though it could have been dealt with back in September, back in October. But we're going to childline a parent who had a meeting. Now, I'm still in the process of getting everything else because I have to have all my ducks in a row. Y'all know this case is unfounded, but we have to wait for the procedure so I can get a copy of that report to present to all of you. But when it comes to mandated reporting, I hope you all are educating yourselves. Every teacher underneath this school has to follow the Act 126 training. I do not follow that training, but they have to according to the Pennsylvania, which, if we go into Tim's, by the way, I do have a question about Tim's, and I know it's just a comment, so here's my comment. Not everybody follows underneath Tim's. I can't find everybody's certifications for Pennsylvania. I looked today. Mr. Gammon, I found twice. She got a lovely report. I printed some copies, but I figured I'll wait until we can actually get to the questions next time. So y'all know what's coming, because why are we have administration without anything listed in the Pennsylvania certification, even with their emergency certification, they should be listed where I can see them as a parent. They're not on that website. I have nothing for the state of Pennsylvania, where's their certifications coming from? So this is where, so then we go into the mandating reporting. So what do I do as a parent? We have to follow the guidelines. So according to the Act 26, the guidelines for mandated reporting are not being followed. So this causes for our liability, and this is a concern for our student safety. So this is my, I guess, set of questions that should be more of a comment of, we should be more careful in what we're deciding, not deciding the child on. Because I have strict guidelines. And y'all, I told y'all back here, my CNA list is up. And according to that, like, when it's off season, I technically don't have to. Because I can put myself at risk if I don't know what's going on. So, I'm just letting y'all know, this is a cause for concern because the harassment charge that my kid was never talked to, the other kid wasn't talked to, the other girl, there was probably more girls involved. Like I said, it was found that there was never a proper investigation. So we have to go back to the case IQ, if that's a big concern for me. We need to go back to case IQ, because that's the Department of Wealth of Pennsylvania and the Department of Education. That is the basis that they use. We need to go back to there and follow the protocol from step by step for proper investigations. Because if not, we're going to open up our school for a lot of liabilities. Because we already have them standing right here. I'm just saying, because it's a concern, because harassment charges, and then it gets turned into, like I said, it now looks like we're on a witch hunt. Because every time I show up, I have CYS, and I've reported serious issues, and I've looked into the laws like you guys asked me to, and nothing was followed. Because Olivia still has not had counseling, and we go back to 3 years ago when I was here, my oldest daughter still has counseling for all this stuff that went on, or my niece, so we're not following the law. Or the policies and procedure according to the Pennsylvania Act of Education. And this falls underneath the Title IX coordinator, so I hope whoever you give this job to is willing to step up and do what's right and mandate and report everything, not just what we pick and choose. Because now it's a fight, and now there's nothing you can hide. Thank you.
Mrs. Gibble, to sum all that up, it's in black and white, what to report, how to report it, and
That's what I thought.
I 100% agree with that. You can't put any leeway in there. I've had several mandated reporter trainings. I worked for CYS before, so I understand all that. And I urge all of our employees, if they think there's something, please report it. So I agree with what you're saying, and there's no gray areas. It's there. It's there as to what to report.
And like I said, forgive me, because I'm new to all this. Even as a coach, like, if you were never educated, I think I might implement with our organization, talk to my board about seeing if we can find a way so we can educate our coaches on how to mandate report, because we deal with the kids in the public. But we don't have this
Well, I'm
training.
sure every employee in this district's had training.
That's my problem. So why are we picking and choosing what we mandate report?
I can't speak to that.
That's my, and you all have my complaint and the CYS report in front of you. I gave it to each and every one of you on Monday.
Okay.
So my accusations are not false.
Thank you, Mr. Skinner. We'll move on. Thank you. No other? Okay. Item 4, I need a motion to approve the agenda-related material for incorporation into minutes.
Well, before we do that, I just want to make one comment. A follow-up on Monday. I'll probably adopt the agenda. Agenda has nothing to do with it because it's probably just a directive that can be given. I brought up, again, the instance of children having seizures and the call going to 911. That call goes to Hiller, which never responds pretty much to anything. They have probably about a 90% no-show. So that goes to Hiller. Then after Hiller, it goes to Fayette. So we could be waiting on an ambulance that's dispatched. Now, they're covering Greene County also. So the ambulances may be coming from Greene County, the ambulance may be coming from Manellen, from Vanderbilt, any of these places. We have an ambulance company right over the hill. And I had said that we can call their line. And we were told, no, you can't because it goes to a recording and tells you call 911. That's partially true. We can call 724-785-2300, which is the ambulance. It goes to that recording, but if you push 1, it goes directly to Brownsville Ambulance. So you don't have to listen to them talk about 911 or call 911. You push 1 directly, and it will go to Brownsville Ambulance. And that's, I think, what I'm hearing that the prison out there is having to do. They're circumventing the whole situation by dialing 1. It goes right to Brownsville Ambulance because Brownsville Ambulance is the closest ambulance to the prison. And I hate to say it this way, but I feel our kids may be more important than people who are behind bars for criminals against children.
I still want that meeting, Mrs. Delgado.
Common sense.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they come. Brownsville's
Yeah,
closest.
that one time they had to wait almost a half hour. The kid was having a seizure on the call.
And I agree with what you're saying, but we should not have to do a workaround.
Right.
Any person in emergency should go to 911.
But it's a political thing, it's tied up with Luzerne Township.
Mr. Davis, please call Mr. Shipley and tell them we want this. Yeah.
But I think we gotta go through Luzerne. You have to go through Luzerne supervisor. He just told us Monday night. Man,
I can't hear you.
we'll have to.
I worked for ambulance forever, and the way you explained it isn't right. It doesn't go to
Yes, it is right. This is directly coming from the president of Brownsville Ambulance.
You listen on a scanner, Hiller and Fayette get dispatched simultaneously. Because of the issue, Hiller doesn't show up.
Right.
They're volunteers. They don't have the people. Okay, but Brownsville will not come up here unless Richie Link's telling you something different. But for the prison, if the prison dials 911, it used to do the same thing, Hiller and Fayette. They don't have a contract for the prison, Brownsville does. The supervisors can change that. And all your solicitor is get with the 3 supervisors, and they will make that happen. They will make that happen. And I live right outside the gate, and I
So
don't
We're
know.
gonna have a meeting, we understand that, we have to get them all on board, and get all of them all together.
Talking is about their kids' safety.
The plan is to do that. The plan is to do that. Thank you. So I have a motion and a second.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, now, here's a question. Which agenda did we just adopt? Since we have 3 agendas in front of them, 1 or 2 possible agendas out in the audience, which one did we just adopt?
One that was in here. That's the one I. Well, it's not the way you want to hear it. One that's upside down, put it on the back.
So it's the one that's upside down?
One back. Item 5, I need a motion to approve the October 17th, 2024 board minutes.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, Ms. Columbia.
Approval of the November General Fund, Capital Fund, Title I and Title IIA, 2D, Cafeteria Fund, and Treasurer Financial Reports.
Have a motion.
Second.
Second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, I need a motion to approve the following funds listed.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Dillon?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Zuber?
Yes.
Education, Mr. Dorsey.
Okay, item A, I move to approve the bilingual PA Chapter 14 psychoeducational evaluation service agreement with compensation set at $150 per hour. This is Spanish language only.
Second. I have a motion and a second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Dillon?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Zuber?
Item B, I move to approve the state requirements for higher qualified para-educator status, and you can see all those different things listed below.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions? Just a question, Mr. President. They only have to meet one of those items, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Item C, I move to approve the renewal of cyber memorandum of understanding, the MOU.
Have that motion. Do I have a second? Second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Dorsey. Personnel, Mr. Gates is on the phone, so I'll read the motions. Item A, B, and C are to accept letters of resignation. Leah Schoenstein, second grade teacher, as per the BEA contract effective December 20th, 2024. Todd King, a security for SEIU effective October 25th, 2024, and Wayne Schumar, security as per SEIU contract effective November 15th, 2024. I need a motion for those.
Motion.
Second.
I have that motion in a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, I need a motion to approve the following names to be added to the support substitute list. Larry Cash, Kenna Marietta, Kaylee Zazato, Julia Wierzema, Christina Galloway, and Robert Nolan.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item E, I need a motion to hire Larry Cash as a part-time security officer for the Brownsville Area School District as per the SEIU contract. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item F, motion to hire Hannah Petoskey as a full-time security officer for the Brownsville Area School District as per SEIU. So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
I had a question. We are
Go
looking
for
for
Mr. Hamilton?
One more, okay, thanks.
Yeah, we received the list of positions we need to fill, and, you know, I suggest maybe everybody look at that, administration, mull over, get Cody involved, what we can hire, what we should hire, and we should do that, what is it, December 5th? You know, so we can get that in place for after the holidays.
And on that same point, that was great. I appreciate that coming to us. I wouldn't mind seeing that, like just updated this week. Like we can kind of keep it in our face a little bit, so we can keep pushing it out there in the public as well. Just kind of get that updated as part of our capsule.
Yeah,
Here's
we
where
should keep
here's where we
advertising.
at. Yeah. And then, then as we start, as I think we bring this incentive plan that we're looking at.
Just to add that Hannah Batowski has an extensive background. She's trained at the State Police Academy. She has some other she'd be an asset to us. So would Larry Cash. So my vote is definitely yes.
The motion and a second on that one, Mr. Machine.
Yes.
So are we all in favor for item F? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Great. Item G. I need a motion to hire Kendall Marietta as a part-time paraeducator for Brownsville Area School District in accordance with the SEIU contract effective November 25th, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item H, I need a motion to approve the following names to be added to the professional substitute list: Morgan Ewert, Carmen Baker, Gianna Corzo, Madison Boone, and Leah Woolpink.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item I need a motion to reopen the following high school, middle school clubs and activities: High School Book Club, Rizzo and Salbucci, SAD, Bach and Mulich, Middle School Newspaper, Jackson.
Second.
Motion, second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item J, need a motion to approve the request for Dr. Kristen Martin and one additional administrator to attend the SAS conference in Hershey, December 8th through the 11th, 2024, at cost not to exceed $1,200, everything included. Need a motion?
So moved.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second. Questions?
Yeah, just comment real quick. I know you are overwhelmed, and and being out of the office for 3 days in a clip is a little scary to me. So I'm probably going to vote no. You're probably going to get,
This is our standards allowance system. This is the biggest contract for curriculum directors.
Okay, fair enough.
Roll call, please. Oh,
I
I'm
know
sorry.
you're busy.
Roll.
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Yes.
Item K, I need a motion to approve the request from Keith Wellington to attend PASBO's 70th annual conference and exhibits at Hershey Lodge, March 11th and 14th, 2025. Cost not to exceed $1,200.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Yes.
Item L, I need a motion to approve the following as musical director, staff, and stipend: Tricia Rolfe, director, $2,000; Jonathan Rolfe, assistant, $1,000; Tyler Evans, music director, $1,000; Tristan Murphy, Michael Rolfe, volunteers.
So moved.
Second. Motion second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Item M, I need a motion to approve the request from Dr. Kristen Martin to send 2 administrators and 2 teachers to 2025 PA Title I ISP conference in Sheraton Station Square from 1/26/25 to 1/29/25 at a cost $3,500 paid by Title IV grant fund.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions?
Yep.
Yep.
Do we know who the two administrators and the two teachers are yet, or?
It will be your federal programs director for the administrator. The two teachers are Stacy Victor and, help me, Chantel. And Chantel is presenting actually at that conference. I tentatively am planning on going, but that may or may not happen.
All right, thanks.
Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucas?
Item N, need a motion to accept in accordance with the section 1108 of the school laws of Pennsylvania, consider a motion to acknowledge Dawn Johnson, professional employee who has completed 3 years of successful teaching experience and as a result has attained the status of tenure. Need a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
And
Opposed?
congratulations.
Let me see your back.
Thanks, Don.
Congratulations.
Item O, I need a motion to approve the contract for athletic secretary.
So moved.
Motion? Second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Point of order, Mr. President. If this is monetary, would we have to, can we vote? Mr. Davis?
I mean,
Okay. Just covering the already. Okay.
I just want to make a comment on this. There was a specific thing in the contract that had to be added to it, that the board pretty much was under the assumption was in the contract originally, so now it is. So, caught that Monday.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Great. Item P, I need a motion to hire Jesse Braddock, special education teacher in accordance with the BEA contract, step 139,420, in agreement with the letter from district BEA union.
So moved.
Motion. Second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucas?
Item Q, I need a motion to approve a daily stipend for Dr. Andrew Constable for time served as principal and district assistant principal / cyber coordinator from 7/31/2024 to 9/30/2024 for a total of 40 working days as per Act 93 agreement.
So moved.
I have a motion.
Second.
Second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Lucas?
Item R, I need a motion to terminate the employee, Jason Wilson, custodian, as per SCI union contract effective November 21, 2024.
Second.
I need
Well,
a
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item S, I need a motion to hire Nick D'Amico as Director of Special Education and Pupil Services in accordance with the Act 93 contract at $95,000. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Do I have a second? Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
No.
Mr. Clark?
No.
Ms. Columbia?
No.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
No.
Mr. Gammon?
No.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Mahalik?
No.
Mrs. Lucas?
Motion fails. 8-1.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
I would like to make a motion to hire Daniel Palo as the Director of Special Education and Pupil Services in accordance with the Act 93 contract for $90,000.
Second.
Okay. So I have a motion and a second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Mr. Gammon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Dr. Howard?
Yes.
Mrs. Zupan?
Yes.
Okay. Item T, need a motion to add a full-time paraprofessional position for substitute outside placement and district needs.
Make the motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item U, need a motion to approve the daily rate for substitute teachers to $125 a day.
Make the motion.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions?
Yeah, just real quick, yes, I think we asked on Monday, and I looked this afternoon, I couldn't find anything, but do we know what California Best Center?
It was on
Those are
that
two big
list.
competition.
Were those ones on the list, Mr. Wellington?
What do you got for fake? Give me, just curious.
They were between 120 and 150.
Okay,
One of them was the highest, they just up there to $21 an hour.
okay.
So, your 125 kind of puts us in line with the median time.
All right, cool, good, thank you.
Motion and second, correct?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Finance, Ms. Columbia.
Item A, a motion to approve the disabled I should say, I move to approve the disabled veterans real property tax exemption certification.
Second.
Have that motion and second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Columbia. Policy, Ms. Dr. Mahalik.
Yes, there are three there. I'd like to read them or take them as one motion, if possible.
There's four.
Oh, four, I'm sorry, these on the back. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it, okay, so, read it, okay. Yeah, and it's all the first reading, so I move to approve the first reading of policy number 237, electronic devices, also policy 257, theft, trespass, and damage to property, policy 626, travel and reimbursement, federal programs, and policy number 827, conflict of interest.
Have a motion and a second. Questions?
So, because I don't understand this process, so this is the first reading, then there is a second reading in January, and then we can approve it in February?
Then we would be able to go ahead and start enforcing the policy. I mean, we need to.
Oh, so after January, it become, okay. All right, so if anybody's got any questions or concerns about these policies, come talk to us in January.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
That includes teachers.
Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Mahalik. Transportation, Mr. Bashir.
Yes,
It's upside down.
I move to add the following names to Malacca's aid list: Jackie Klamoric.
Have a motion?
Second.
Second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, I have a public
Yes.
service announcement.
That's here.
Just for all the teachers out there, please tell your parents, quit parking in the handicap spots. There are 2 or 3 people pushing a wheelchair come up, can't put nowhere to park in the afternoon. Because you're taking up a spot as you're visiting the office. Handicap spots, that's a very serious ball.
Yes, yes, extremely.
I'm just passing that on because, forewarning you, you're gonna get it slipped.
Well, I have a public service announcement.
Go ahead.
Since we're having to constantly announce things about pickup, about when the parents bring the kids in the morning, where they're parking. At December's meeting, the reorganization meeting, I'm probably going to ask to put on the agenda, if I hear another complaint about what the parents are doing, to have the gate locked, because nothing is working. Nothing. Meeting after meeting, it's complaint after complaint after complaint. Now they're parking in the handicap spaces. A couple weeks ago, they were driving through grass. I mean, like I say, the only answer is to lock the gate. Nobody comes in or goes out until the kids are taken care of.
And furthermore, just to add, I'm in transportation, so people look at me like, okay, Mr. Gammon, you're up there. What do you see?
Same thing.
That's what I thought.
I'm not, it's been a little bit cold in the morning, so I've been taking a couple weeks off.
You take your life in your hands. Pity the teachers trying to get out of the car. Yeah. But that's okay. Into my public service.
Thank you. Mr. Gaines.
No.
Okay. All right, sorry. Hey, buildings and grounds, item A, I make a motion to resurface, repair, and refresh the gymnasium floor, not to exceed $60,000.
Second.
Have that motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Item B, a motion to solicit advertising for sponsorship opportunities for said gymnasium floor.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item C, a motion to move forward with the elementary learning reading nook paid for by Ready to Learn grant pending approval.
Second.
Motion and a second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Gannon. Athletics, Mr. Clark.
Item A, motion to approve paying Todd Fisher, soccer announcer, for $45 per soccer game, at a total of 13 boys and girls games at a total of $585.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item B, a motion to approve Greg Johnson as a volunteer assistant boys basketball coach for the 24-25 school year.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item C, a motion to approve the baseball team's 2025 spring trip to Orlando, Florida from March 12th to the 17th at no cost to the district.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item D, a motion to accept the letter of resignation from Noah Brown as assistant boys basketball coach.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item E, a motion to add Martin Vajasic as the track wrestling user for the PIAA at the total of $243. Does everybody know what that is? Know what that is?
That's how he tracks the wrestling.
Yes, that's the way the wrestling is.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Item F,
Motion carries.
item F, a motion to approve James Breyer as a volunteer assistant wrestling coach pending clearances.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions?
Comment, Mr.
Yes,
President.
sir.
Just, I think we discussed this the other night. Jerry, he can't start until he has the clearances, right? Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Item G, a motion to hire Martin Vajasic as the varsity wrestling coach for the 24-25 school year with a compensation set at $4,050.
Second.
Motion and second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gannon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Yes. Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Zupan?
Yes.
Item H, a motion to hire Todd Fisher as the volunteer assistant wrestling coach for the 24-25 school year with compensation set at $3,400.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? Roll call.
Mr. Bashir?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Ms. Columbia?
Yes.
Mr. Delarose?
Yes.
Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Mr. Gannon?
Yes.
Mr. Gates? Yes. Dr. Mahalik?
Yes.
Mrs. Zupan?
Yes.
F, a motion to approve Patty Columbia as the volunteer varsity girls basketball head coach for the 24-25 school year.
Second.
Motion second. Questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
Comment, Mr. President.
I'm voting no.
Excuse me, one comment,
Yes.
Mr. President. I want to give kudos to Terry Clark for getting this football thing straightened out, explaining to us what's happening. That was big. I think we're moving forward. And I also want to say, it was hard decisions made tonight in a lot of things we couldn't talk to you about. But this board made the decisions that they thought and made their comments. And I have to commend my fellow board members because in my 29 years, this was probably the best board that I have been associated with. And sometimes it's knock down and drag out. Kristen knows it. consensus, and tonight I didn't know what was gonna happen because I was probably pulling my hair out. So, but I want to thank my fellow board members for coming to whatever we agreed to and hope that it all works.
Thanks, Coach.
There's more in the back, I'm not done.
A couple more.
Where's it? I got 3 agendas.
Right.
Mr. Clark, I apologize.
That's all right.
I thought that was the last page.
Item J, a motion to hire Rob Ramsey as the varsity boys
Hell, we
and
know.
basketball coach for the 24-25 school year with compensation set at $4,050. And I'll just do it. And then K, a motion to hire Harlan Davis as the volunteer assistant boys basketball coach for the 24-25 school year, compensation set at $3,040, pending clearances. He hasn't started yet either, but clearances again. I, a motion to hire Richard Salucci as the middle school head volleyball coach for the 24-25 school year, with compensation set at $2,970. M, a motion to hire Jamie Gammon as the middle school volunteer assistant volleyball coach for the 24-25 school year.
We have a motion from
Terry made it, right?
Yeah.
Second.
Any questions on it? J,
Can I
K,
vote,
L, or M?
can I vote no on that?
Well, I'll do J, K, and L. Roll call for J, K, L.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
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 And a roll call for M.
Yes.
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 Yes?
Yes.
Abstain.
Mr. Gates?
Yes.
Need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second, all in favor?